A meeting held in Makurdi, the Benue state capital, emphasizes the need for making loans to smallholder farmers. We'll have a report.
East African countries face food shortages after devastating floods, as higher temperatures in the Indian Ocean cause deadly rainfalls in the region.
And through music, stories of courage and resilience are told. A musical about the humanitarian impact of the Boko Haram in Nigeria's northeast. Africa 54 starts right now.
Hello and welcome to Africa 54. I'm Joke Rogers at Channels Television in Lagos. I'm joined by Esther Gitui Ewart at the Voice of America in Washington.
Thanks. Happy to be with you again from our global headquarters here in Washington, D.C. And let's start off with a look at the collaborative efforts between Benue State and the U.S. Agency for International Development to reduce requirement for loans to smallholder farmers. Joke Rogers has that report from Lagos.
That's right. The Benue State government is collaborating with the United States Agency for International Development to improve agriculture financing for subsistence and smallholder farmers in food processing value chain. At a meeting attended by stakeholders in Makurdi, the state capital, emphasis was laid on the need to reduce the requirements for loans to farmers.
Nigeria has the potential to become a leading agriculture hub in Africa, but for several limiting factors, including the dominance of subsistence and smallholder farmers who lack access to improved farm practice and equipment. For states like Benue in the north-central region, which is the food basket of the nation, it's time to change this. The state government is working with the United States Agency for International Development to increase the capacity of small-scale farmers.
If we take the advantage of tapping the opportunities that we have through what God has given us in agriculture, I think that the whole world will be coming to Benue State. And you're aware that the entire land, more than 95% of the land is arable, and we have the potentials of going into all year round agriculture. And it will do well with our River Benue and River Kasnala and other dams we have around here. We can do wonders.
Participants are concerned about poor access to finance and necessary components for mechanized agriculture.
My company, which have been partners of USAID for the past years, they have been here. We have assessed the loan over and over. But what have you done for other people to understand that the funds are lying there? For the last contact I had with the MD when he visited my factory last month at your instance was that people are not coming for the funds and they are lying there.
The USAID representative agrees that there is an urgent need to maximize the numerous opportunities in agriculture.
What we are doing is we're working with the financial community, financial institutions, and the investment houses to try to get them to get more interested and get better understanding of how to mitigate the risks of agriculture. We're also working with those agribusinesses that want to borrow money or attract investment and helping them develop their business plans and portfolios and record keeping and business principles so that they can better access finance.
On tackling the issue of collateral in agriculture financing, the development partner says there is an approach to resolving the problem.
Even the banks are interested in looking at other opportunities. They are trying to be innovative in such a way that they provide opportunities for people even without collateral. I can recall last 2 weeks, we trained some of the financial institutions in Lagos on the need to be looking at cash flow, because it's not the collateral that pays loan, but rather the cash flow that your business is able to generate. So we are providing those kind of capacity building support for the institutions so that they can identify the potentials to look at cash flow. How much is that business going to generate? Because it is that what will lead to loan repayment and no collateral as well.
Subsistence and smallholder farmers and food processing are the main target of the partnership. It's expected that many other farmers will be attracted to this aspect of the value chain. This should translate to more food producers and in turn have a ripple effect on job creation and food security.
And joining us to discuss the role of food processing and effective food storage in ensuring food security in Nigeria is Zanal Hassan, an agricultural consultant. He joins us from Jalingo, the Taraba state capital. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
There have been efforts towards increasing agricultural productivity in the country, especially since the drop in oil prices. How much progress has been made in this regard in the past few years?
Nigeria has witnessed a number of transformation initiatives in the agricultural value chain. One of such examples is the rice production, due to the numerous policies in support of the local production and food sufficiency in Nigeria. That has succeeded to a reasonable level. Another area is the export crops, such as yam, ginger, pepper, and cashew. The Nigerian Bureau of Statistics has reported increase in such commodities for export. It has also reported that non-oil export has drastically increased, which includes agriculture, that have shown significant progress. There has also been recorded increase in local food processing capacities of factories. New factories have been set up across the country to be able to process, especially rice and other crops. So these are areas of increase that we've witnessed in the last couple of years.
So like many parts of the world, Nigeria faces multiple challenges to food security, including population growth, threats to agricultural production such as the farmers-herders crisis, and of course rising food prices. What role can food processing and appropriate storage play in attaining some availability and of course stability?
Yes, food production, food storage and processing remains the only way we can control glut in the market and stability of food prices, as well as ensuring food security for our teeming population in the country. The Nigerian Strategic Grain Reserve has a total storage capacity of 1 million metric tons. And we all know that Nigeria's rice consumption capacity alone is 7 million metric tons per year. Eventually, we have any national emergency, it means we cannot be able to even have enough food to be able to cater for the whole 200 million population of Nigeria. Now, that is an area that needs to be improved upon. There are also, therefore, it is important for us to be able to increase our national food reserve capacity, and secondly, to work to increase our national grain yield per hectare, because farmers' yield is between around 2 tons per hectare. At least we should work to be able to increase it to about 4 tons per hectare.
So a key component of food processing and storage is scientific and technological inventions. And yes, many small-scale farmers still use obsolete methods of production.
One way for us to be able to believe in local technology, Nigeria has depended so much on imported technology, especially from China, to be able to solve some of our basic problems. A lot of Nigerian research institutes have been able to develop some of these technologies. One of such is the Nigerian Stock Products Research Institute in Ilorin. We have also the gamma irradiation technology at Shepco, Kwali, Abuja, which also helps in the storage of crops like roots and tubers, vegetables, onions, and the like.
Right, thank you so much for your time. Zanal Hassan, an agricultural consultant, he joined us today on Africa 54 from Jalingo, Taraba State.
We're excited to hear what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover. Join the discussion on Facebook. The address is Africa 54, and check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com. Still to come, 2 South African sisters carve a niche for themselves in the diamond business, and they shine bright.